Welcome to the Artful quest for the Adjective Noun. This will be a hopefully informative panel, as well as entertaining. That is what my goal in life, as well as I believe the mission of these three amazing artists that we have here today, is to be both entertaining, educational, and another adjective, which you all get to decide. Moderately offensive. We'll find out. We'll find out. Just to get everything started, I would like my panelists to take a moment and introduce themselves, if they could. Just as last time, if you all are here for the other art panel, whose name shall not be mentioned, we can start over at the far end with Inver.
Hello, everyone. You might know me, Inver, your local Goblins and Growlers affiliate, sometimes lawyer, sometimes privacy enthusiast, but right now, artist. Please don't ask me any law questions. I don't know the law.
Right now.
Right now. For right now.
I don't know if mine's on.
That's it.
Next up.
My name's Ollie, and I'm just happy to be here.
Bless.
I don't know if my microphone's on. I think it is. Awesome. Hi, I'm Liz. I am also a Goblins and Growlers affiliate. Nailed it. I am a professor of scenic design and technology. I'm a technical director by trade. At some point in another lifetime, my artwork has been showcased in the Wall Street Journal, Architectural Digest, and the New York Times. You will not be seeing that artwork today. I know I'm about to embarrass myself on my sketching skills, but I just wanted to preface with it. I know what I'm doing.
Round of applause for our artists here. All of them are very qualified to be here. I just want to throw that out. I myself am I'm Gabriel Perez. I am a professional dungeon master, professional speaker, and professional audio engineer. Which is why I sometimes fiddle with that soundboard when it doesn't sound right. I am very excited to see what these people are going to cook up today. I believe we are going to be starting with a brief setup of some foundational understanding, some good vocab words. I want you all to take your brains out, give them a good shake up. Put them back in, make sure they're nice and wrinkly for today. I've been getting a bit smooth-brained at this con myself, so be ready. If you're not ready, that's also okay. I am not a visual artist, but I know some. So they know the vocab words. I don't. After that, there will be a slight to subtle to possibly severe audience participation portion for the major middle section to end section of this panel. So I'm very excited to see all of you get your creative brains out, get some whimsy, put that in your pocket, and save it for in a few minutes. I will now turn the speaky portion of this over to two-time award-nominated audio sound designer Liz.
This is a visual meeting, Gabriel.
I know.
All right, so the professor and me wants you to leave with some terms. I want you guys to be able to speak like artists once you leave here. So this is going to be a very 101, what the heck am I talking about whenever I say saturation, hue, value, perspective, all of these things.
I will also be learning along with all of you, so I'm excited.
So, we're going to start with a few definitions. I hope you can kind of see this. Perspective. The art of drawing solid objects on a two-dimensional surface as to give the right impression of their height, width, depth, and position in relation to each other when viewed from a particular point. Basically, a very, very long time ago, but not actually that long ago, we realized that we exist in 3 dimensions. And some guys, I don't know, like the Renaissance, if that rings a bell for anyone, I'm not sure. They figured out that people are in 3 dimension, and making the things that are further away smaller gives depth and makes your painting more dynamic. There are several ways of drawing perspective, and we'll kind of go into that in a minute. In order to set up your perspective drawing, you need to come up with a horizon line. I think we all know what the horizon is. It's the line or circle that forms the apparent boundary between Earth and sky. It's just where in the distance we can stop seeing things, and it just becomes a blob together, usually forming a line. Vanishing point is that point in the distance. The point at which parallel lines appear to converge in the rendering of perspective, usually the horizon. And now, because we are all visual people, that's what I mean. Our horizon line is where we are sitting. You can go above or below the horizon line. If you are above the horizon line, you are flying. You should probably draw wings on this box. If you are below the horizon line, you are grounded, which I am not.
You can still put wings on that box.
You can still put wings on the box. I'm not telling you what to do in your artwork. I'm just giving you some tips to make it more readable for the normal viewer. So this is your horizon line and your vanishing point. You can see our lines are all going to that. I'm going to lick the mic if you keep moving it.
Please don't do that.
You can see all of our lines are converging on the vanishing point. Everything should be coming from that vanishing point. This is a 1-point perspective. So there is one vanishing point. We've all seen this nice little drawing where it's just the road converging in on itself. That is 1 point. There is 1 point that everything is vanishing to. 1-point perspective. Because we are 3-dimensional objects, we like to have a couple more vanishing points. This is essentially 1-dimensional. This is now 2-dimensional because there are 2 vanishing points.
Whoa.
You can now see width and depth on our 2 vanishing points, and this is just an example of where we would be standing to see 2 vanishing points. And then our third one, because we live in 3 dimensions, the third vanishing point. You can see width and depth are still vanishing, and now our height is also vanishing. It's not just one singular going straight up. It is vanishing into the horizon of the sky.
The sky horizon.
Which is my band name.
Yeah.
All right. So that is the super, super boring part of it, but now we get to go to color theory.
I like colors. I do know those.
I think we all kind of know the rainbow of Roy G. Biv.
Wait. Quiz the audience. Audience, what are the primary colors?
Oh, someone. Ooh.
Ooh, that's pretty good. They got it in the first
Yeah.
try.
What are the secondary
Weird.
colors?
What are the primary colors of paint and pigments?
All right, print pros. CMYK out of here.
There are technically 3 different kinds of primary colors. There is the primary colors that we all kind of learned in grade school. That's red, blue, yellow. Red, blue, yellow. Yes,
Yeah.
nailed it. And then in print, it's cyan, magenta, yellow, black. And then in light, it is different. In light, it is red, green, blue. What is being, actually probably not out of this, but in really, really old TVs, did you guys ever walk right up to them and just stand there right here and you saw the red, green, blue? You'd probably go do that in one of the museums and see the little lights, the red, green, blue.
You can kind of do that still with modern TVs. There's just usually like an extra one, but you can still get really close and see like the little cells, individual colors. Your eyes hurt. Don't do it for long.
Yeah, don't do it for long. This is not legal advice. I think we have established
I'm
that.
not a lawyer right now.
We established this is not legal advice, but there are several different kinds of primary colors.
Discover them. For science.
Discover them with your eyes. Knowing them and knowing your medium is important for how you combine them. We're not going to go into lighting because actually nothing we are seeing is real, and something that is blue is actually every other color except for blue. Blue is the only one that is being reflected into your eyeball. We're also upside down and backwards. But In paint, we're none of those things. In paint, we are red, blue, yellow.
Now, I don't know a whole lot about art, but I do know a fair amount about evolutionary biology, and eyeballs are amazing. And everything you said makes perfect sense because of how weird and gorgeous eyeballs work.
No
research
context,
eyeballs.
leaving it there. Research eyeballs.
Research eyeballs.
Research eyeballs.
Rods,
Yes,
cones, reflections, all that.
If you want a panel about eyeballs, please let us know.
I could probably do that.
So what's important about this color wheel is just understanding how colors work together and what combinations are pleasing to our eyes. Often we recognize whenever something isn't working and we're just like, that just feels wrong, but you don't always know why. It's probably the color choices. So the different combinations of colors, these are your general combinations that work and are pleasing for different reasons. Monochromatic, it's just one color. One color always goes with one color. That's it.
Until it doesn't.
Complementary. So these are where knowing what medium you're working with is important because the complementary color is going to be different for print, light, and painting. So complementary means a primary color and the secondary color that is across from it on the color wheel. And I just realized I didn't put any of those definitions in there. Anyone know what a secondary color is?
Ooh.
Shout it out, Rainbow Hat.
Secondary color are colors like green, blue, and purple, colors that are darker than colors that do not combine to make other colors. Sorry, I messed up. It's
Yeah.
green, purple,
You got this.
Got it. It's a warm one.
Yeah. Mix
also
the
a
other
fruit.
two primaries. Nice.
Yeah, those are them. So
That was actually really good, yeah.
yeah, that was actually really good. Snap. All right.
That
you
was
wanna
for
go
sure
over
the
here?
extent of my knowledge, so.
So it's the primary colors, the red, the blue, the yellow. I didn't mean to flick y'all off. The
Wow.
red, the blue, the yellow.
Wow.
That no other color can be mixed to create. So those are your primaries. The secondary is the different combinations of those. So you combine yellow and red to get orange. Orange does not have blue in it. So blue is filling in what orange is missing. So that's what makes it complementary. So it's blue, orange, purple, yellow, red, green, Christmas. And of course, in print and lighting, it's different. I'm going to stop saying that over and over again eventually. So these
It's different, remember that.
it's just different. So these two are probably the ones we're most familiar with because Christmas or if your high school colors were probably some mixture of like purple and yellow, or mine was actually
blue and gold.
blue and gold, blue yellow, yes, because they stand out, because they pop, because the cool color is letting that warm pop. So if you're going to use this one, the cool really wants to be the background, and the warm is the thing that is popping. It's going to be your focal point. The other three are a little bit harder to use, but we have the split complementary, where it's the primary color and then the tertiary colors that are on either side of the secondary color. Tertiary colors are a mix of all three of the primary colors. A good amount of time this ends up being brown, especially if you're trying to mix it yourself. Brown is just all three colors together, and it's just muddy. That's why you get kind of a red brown or a green brown, because how you are mixing it differently. But because of technology today, we can make formulas for these colors in a lab, and we get these beautiful turquoises and magentas. So a split complementary is just side by side of your complementary color to your primary. Again, warm is always popping, but this gives a lot more depth because you have two different shadow colors, or you can have two different colors on your warm color. It just is giving you more options and more depth. And then you have analogous, which is very similar to monochromatic. You're just adding a little bit of secondary or tertiary color into there to give it a little bit more depth and dynamic look. And then you have your triad, which is obviously the three
Corners.
the three corners of the earth. It would be your three tertiaries or your three secondaries or your three primaries. They're far apart. They're far enough apart on the color wheel that they aren't going to get muddy together. But using them in balance will make a really good composition. So these are kind of your combinations. This is great for graphic design or painting.
Really quick. Welcome, all lovely new
come
people.
in.
Come on in.
You're coming in halfway through my boring professor lecture, so you guys were smart.
It's not boring. It's foundational, and anyone who wants to learn how to use colors in a more pleasing and impactful way should heed.
Yeah.
Maybe I should be paying attention.
I was like,
Hey, that's kind of your problem.
Yeah, we have our two lovely artists here just doodling away.
they're practicing. They're taking notes, I think.
Yeah, okay.
We're creating a story.
Yeah.
You're gonna come back to something beautiful.
I'm so excited to come to this story. I thought I was bringing it to you. I'm so excited.
But yes, welcome. Please come and sit down if you like. If you can find some space, you're welcome to hang out. We're doing a informational segment right now, and it'll evolve into something possibly more zany later.
Yeah. We're going
Back
to
to
devolve.
you.
It's going to be great.
Evolve. I'll fight you on that.
All right. So final slide. We have our attributes of color. So you don't just have your big, beautiful primary red. There are variations of red. Pink is a variation of red. Why we decided to give it a name is a whole other TED Talk I have been writing for years. But hue is the color. It is the purest form of Roy G. Biv, of red, orange, yellow, blue, green, purple. Indigo violet used to be a thing, purple. So that's just the purest form of the color is hue. You haven't added anything to it if it is a pure color. Once you start adding stuff to it, then you are adjusting the value or the saturation. It is still red or it is still blue, but it now has a different value or saturation. A lot of times we use all of these terms interchangeably, and it gets to be confusing. Using the correct terms helps us as visual artists to understand what you are saying so that we can interpret it and put it on a canvas. So first is saturation. We have all seen this overblown picture where just it's too dynamic. The intensity is too much. Saturation is intensity of color. If you oversaturate something, it's going to be blown out like this. These are our custom-made character sheets that are available in the marketplace at the Goblins and Growlers booth. But I have overdone the saturation, so you can't quite tell what they are. So if you overdo the saturation, you're going to blow it out. You're going to get a neon fever dream, which might be what you're going for.
Yeah.
Or you
Synth wave, vapor wave.
or you can underdo it, and it's just going to kind of be a gray blob. You really need to either find a happy medium there, or figure out what your style needs in terms of saturation. And then you have value, and that's just how light or dark a hue is. That up there is a value scale going from the blackest black to the whitest white. Having value is important because it puts depth into your drawing. Generally, things that are further away are grayer and fuzzier. Things that are closer to you have a higher contrast. We're just able to see these things better. So you really want to, in the background, kind of have in your midtones gray. Something that is closer wants to have a higher contrast, which means that you're going to put more blacks and more whites in it. Other things that are often mixed up is tint, tone, and shade. Tint or highlights is a hue mixed with white. This is your brightest point. These are your pastels. tone or mid-tone is a hue mixed with gray, so black and white. And it's not necessarily like an equal share. It's just both of them are there. And those are your mid-tones. That's what most of your painting is going to be. And then you have your shade or shadow, which is a hue mixed with black. And those are your shades and shadows. I really like using purples or blues for shadows, so I use really dark purples or blues. I think it adds more depth instead of just using a straight up black. So these are all of our really fun definitions that we will definitely be using while we're drawing whatever the heck we're drawing. So I'm going to go over to Gabe.
Brief round of applause for that fantastic and wonderfully informative PowerPoint.
I feel more knowledgeable now.
I do too. I didn't know the thing with the tint and the other words that you said.
I'm not a lawyer right now, but I
Shade.
also haven't gone to art school, so
Tone.
I'll
Tint,
do
tone,
my
shade.
best.
That's exciting. My brain's bigger. All right. It is more wrinkly. I have added a wrinkle. I feel it. It's over here somewhere. Don't look at my brain. And now I'm going to tilt this mic down a little because we are going to be taking a brief segue into what is the meat of the artful quest for the adjective noun. With our lovely actors here upon the stage.
What have we drawn?
Well, you got to start at the Among Us, because that was an Ollie at the
Wait a minute.
beginning of this.
Wait a minute.
Well, we may have had something already prepared for you. Which I am unaware of. What is? Wow.
None of this is what I was planning, and I was.
Oh, it's consequences. Okay,
This is just a fun screensaver. We can close out the layers
All right.
and start it for real.
Ollie and Enver, I need you two to very, very concisely walk me through this play.
What's confusing?
It's not that it's confusing. I know that you have. Oh wow, that escalates. I know that you have an idea for this journey.
The more you look at it, the worse it gets.
I thought it was a really sweet story. I spent a lot of time in the marriage scene because I thought like, oh, the spider's getting married to the ant, and then like, Ollie took it dark. So I just kind of put in the supporting actors at the end when the ant gets the divorce papers and becomes an alcoholic. So that's what happened.
Hold on.
Go home, buddy.
Wait.
Fly home. Oh wait, you're just an ant. Ha.
Okay, but
You're
we're
not
gonna do
getting
this for
above the
real
horizon
now.
line.
Yeah, sorry. It's all about the horizon line, right?
Yeah.
So I need to add wings to all this.
Yes.
Yes.
If you're above the horizon line,
hold
you
on.
need wings.
I'm gonna add some wings onto this.
This person knows.
Mongoose needs wings.
You don't need to erase anything. We can just make a whole new
Yeah,
shebang.
good luck erasing this on my
Make a whole
layer.
shebang then. I'll restore it to its former glory.
You got
Yes.
Oh my god.
No, it's back.
Oh wait. Do you need to copy the grid? Oh no, we need the grid. Never mind.
We're sorry, Liz.
But so what we are going to be doing while they enjoy their technical difficulties.
You get to see all the files that I have.
Nobody look at those files. Everyone look at me. Hi. I have a face. And this face is telling you that so we are going to be creating a scene, a tableau, an expression in artful qualities of an adventure, which is the goal, hopefully, with many, especially, I say the word fantasy starting out. Doesn't have to be fantasy. If you want to get sci-fi with it, we can.
Want to get real?
Want to get real and not fantasy? Want to do taxes? We can do taxes. Please don't do taxes. Yes, thank you for the thumbs down. No, boo taxes. I am not a lawyer or a tax person.
I don't know taxes either right now.
Perfect.
You're on your own.
So we will be focusing down onto three main qualities of what is going to be artitized in front of you. Drawn. That's the word I was looking for. Will be drawn in front of you.
I went through so many definitions. I didn't realize I needed to just tell you what draw meant.
Yeah. Yep.
So as they prepare to artitize, these three main aspects, which each of our artists has the opportunity to lean in on, will be the landscape. Overall, the landscape of where all this loveliness is going to be happening in. There will be a hero of this quest. Now, I will say, remember, hero doesn't necessarily mean you're like the good guy or you're good. It just that's like you're the one doing the thing. You're the protagonist. And then there will also be the villain or the bad guy, which is less abstractly just the antagonist. And those will be the three qualities, which will be, again, represented when we figure out our technical difficulties. At the moment, the world is blue. And I want you all to let that sink into your minds as we think about stuff. I will be asking you, and I might actually take this mic off and just stand up, just for a little bit. I won't hurt my knees, I promise.
Just go back to
Because generally, I want to be able to see all of you, and there's a bit of human occlusion as I look across the room, and I cannot see everyone. So, how are we feeling, artists? Because we're going to start making some decisions. It's going to start happening.
think
Let's
we
go
should
back to
start-
the original grid because our layers are off and now we can do things.
Ooh la la. Original print. I'm very sad to see the spider ant wedding.
Oh, he's still there.
Oh, I'm so glad. Never mind.
You know, that got darker than I wanted it to.
It's still there in our
We didn't get to
hearts.
the fifth panel,
Whether
which
it's
is
a warm
Jimmy's
memory or a memory of the trauma.
beautiful spider.
I hope you all
His wife
enjoyed
went back to
that.
them,
Was not
and-
expected by me, so I hold no accountability. All right. So one of the first things that I would like, and I will say every time I ask, I would prefer that you all raise your hand and I will point at a person or describe you. That way we don't get too many people just shouting out at the same time. I love excitement. I love exuberance, but I don't want everyone to be just yelling at things. Let's respect each other's space and thought processes. I'll also try to get to as many different people. So if you've already shared, feel free to raise your hand again, but I will try to select on different people so we get as many brains in on this, many wrinkly brains in on this project. All right. Well, the first thing that every good adventure needs is we need to figure out exactly who or what our hero is. I will say let's break it down. And first thing I just need to know before we get into any of the full minutia of it, what is the name, or at least a name, because you get a multiple name, a name of our hero. And I saw the rainbow hat once more. Go right ahead. Feel free to yell.
A girl riding a unicorn?
Girl riding a unicorn. Solid. Does anyone have a name for this girl riding a
Oh,
unicorn?
Yes, you do. I'm doing the landscape. I suck at unicorns.
Say that one more time.
Ellen.
Ellen. Ooh. Can somebody write that down?
Wait, is Ellen the girl or the unicorn?
This is important. Is
The
it
girl.
is it a centauricorn?
No.
We'll expand.
All right.
All right, Ellen. I'm going to write this down for me as well, so
All
I
right.
don't forget.
So you're gonna help us out with scenery, right? Because I don't know where to put this unicorn unless I have like a tree or a rock or something for reference.
All right.
Corn. I forgot how to spell. All right, let's go. That's not the right spelling of unicorn. If anyone wants to see that afterwards, I might show
don't.
you. All right. Now we need to think about, as Inver was saying, landscape. Where does Ellen come from? Where's the start? Yes, this hand. A volcano. Solid.
All right.
Ellen of Volcano.
Sick.
Volcano.
Is this like a somebody else? Is this like a town,
Should we do
or
this
is it
like a
just like
metal
spawned
band?
from the volcano?
Like where it's like
somebody
super punchy in the background.
Any
and
hand
it's
there.
Like just a shadow cast of like the unicorn.
Just
and
spawned.
the kid,
I love
like,
that
riding
two
down
people
the
thought
volcano.
this.
I don't know. It's up to you. This is all you.
One of my favorite albums is
Yep.
what is it? Riding a black unicorn down the side of an erupting volcano while drinking from a chalice filled with the laughter of small children. It's a lovely album. It's by Aurelio Voltaire. Please listen to it. Some gorgeous songs. Moving on. Hey, actually, that kind of works with it. Anyways, no, wait. Let's not copyright that. Next, we will need, as they are preparing some things. I can see some volcano-y things brewing. We need to decide on what is, or I guess who, a name. Let's give a name to our villain. Anyone got a hand up for a name for a villain? A villainous name, a truly villainous name, conniving. Somebody. I will just point at people. There we go. Bob? B-O-B, Bob.
Okay.
Is it an acronym? Bob. I love it. All right, Bob the villain. Can we kill it? Maybe he's not like a murdery villain. Maybe he's like just a really rough foreman. We'll find out, and that'll be up to you, not me. So, now that we have the basics of these three things, let's start to create some more tangible things for our artists to sink their metaphorical teeth into. Please don't bite your tablets.
This is like a
So what kind of adventurer is Ellen? Cowboy.
Oh, hell yeah.
Or cowgirl.
Cow person.
Cow person.
Well, that's a different type
They're
of...
Tauren. Moo. Are you happy now? Oh, I love that. All right.
Pierce the sky.
What kind of, like, I would say overall world? Now, this is like, a deserty world, a craggly world, a jungly world. What kind of world is this all set in? Back to you, Rainbow Hat.
I think she should live in the forest and not the volcano that's in it.
Live in the forest, so there's a forest around the volcano? That is actually very accurate to how volcanoes usually work, so yes.
I don't know how to do a horse rearing up, but I challenged myself. No, I can do it. I'll never learn if I don't try.
You'll never learn if you don't try.
So far.
It's good. Yes, snaps to that. Always put yourself in just a little bit of something you're not used to.
I'm trying to create this skeleton first, so like I'm not as afraid to put down concrete lines, but like this booty got it.
I dig it. Oh my gosh, I love the what are they called? Tints?
Yeah, it's a purple
Which
horse.
thing?
The lines on the thing. Okay.
Tints or highlights.
Tints
is what
or
I'm bringing
highlights.
to make it look liquidy,
Liquidy,
moist.
moist. You love moist
It looks
lava.
like a raspberry jam a bit. Like I do kind of want to eat it.
Okay, so
You've heard is water wet,
I'm-
but
I'm
have you ever
really-
thought is lava moist?
I'm scared of this unicorn being close to lava, so it's actually just raspberry jam.
Oh, okay.
a raspberry
I
jam.
can move
Raspberry
it.
jam volcano.
I have a tool.
Yeah, didn't the unicorn come from it was spawned from the lava. It's a
You
lava.
guys want a lava unicorn?
Lava corn.
Okay. All right, I gotta start over.
To really think about what the cutie mark's going to be. Moving on.
Do you want me to? Well, no. I guess it doesn't have to move away from the volcano now that it's a lava unicorn. Okay. I got this.
Now we need to decide what kind. Now we've got the sort of way background along that horizon line, but now we need to think what's all the way up here in the foreground. What are some of these things? And we have the idea of this villain, but every villain needs a layer. So what is this villain's
We have like
layer?
20
Be
layers
gentle.
going on.
I want to get this part. Gigantic.
Gigantic hollowed out potato named
Ollie,
Bob.
that sounds like
Fantastic.
you.
Oh, God.
Well, so there's a gigantic hollowed out potato with Bob living in it.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes. We will also So to help flesh out this villain, literally, let's determine exactly what this villain is. I got a panda hat.
Divorcey spider. Yes.
Divorcee spider. All right, divorcee spider and a potato.
Oh God. My
That sounds exciting.
pencil is running out of battery. I gotta charge it for sure.
All right.
Oh no.
I'll use my finger.
Here, wait. Can I? Oh, yeah. I can zoom without affecting them doing their art. There we go. Now you can see a touch better. Can I boop around on this without messing you up?
Yeah.
Yeah, anything you do isn't affecting us.
We all have like
Go
different
away.
controls for our own art.
And then a hand, and then drag, a little more centered, closer to the audience. Groovy. All right.
That sure is a potato.
That's a potato. That's a villainous potato. Remember, it's full of Bob the Spider
I'm
divorcee.
so sorry. I did not charge my pencil before I came here. So we're doing finger
We're
painting.
doing it live.
We're doing finger painting.
I'm glad I'm not the least prepared one this time. I love
well,
you.
I'm here to provide the what not to do.
Provide-
Part of, like the art tutorial.
Yeah.
You know how they do the, don't do this.
Yes.
Do this. So.
The difference
welcome,
between doofus
everyone.
and diligence. All right, now we can circle back around to our cowgirl unicorn person Ellen hero.
I'm still drawing the horse. I'll get to her.
This is very important for every hero because you can't fight crime if you ain't cute. What is Ellen wearing, like outfit style? What is their adventuring outfit?
Okay.
Right here in the front. A rhinestone jacket.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. I need me one of those. And I will take one other outfit piece. Do you have one?
Giant cowboy hat.
Giant.
Also studded.
How giant? Like tell me when.
Yeah. Yeah. Here we go.
Oh, all right. I hope whoever's drawing this is watching. This is the ratio. Cowboy hat.
Okay, all right.
That's like a 20-gallon hat right there, I think. I don't know the actual volume ratio for hats. Several liters, maybe. I don't know. Do you do cowboy hats and liters in other countries? All right. Now we need, for more landscapey things, we need what along this adventure? What is one thing that Ellen encounters along this adventure? Now, it could be a thing, like a creature, or it could be like an environmental thing, like a crevasse. A bridge. There is a bridge on this adventure. Make it a note.
Yeah, I'm gonna need
Bridge.
clip notes after this. Sorry.
We're good.
Going as fast as I can.
No, there's. I mean, there might be a cliff, but it is bridge. There's bridge notes. Thank you for not laughing at that. That was bad.
I'm a unicorn.
Is that the sound they make? All right.
Did you say that's not the sound they make?
I said, is that the sound they make?
Yeah, that's
like
the
it's a
sound they
fantasy
make because they're part
creature.
horse. What do you think corns make? Make a corn sound.
Wow, that was a sound. Let's see what this big bad, this villain is up to. So we have Spider. We have Potato. Now here's a big thing. What is, and I'm sure this is what everyone has actually been waiting for, so we're going to need two pieces to this, because this is the adjective noun. What does the villain have that the hero wants/needs? I'm going to get two. Okay, this one right here. Baked potato.
potato.
Okay. Baked potato. And, let's see. Orange and black? Everlasting. Oh, an everlasting baked potato.
Okay,
Yes.
Okay. I can work with that. I mean, mechas are everlasting, right? Robots? Yeah. All right.
Are robots everlasting?
I think so.
They are if you're trapped in a battery in the Matrix, and they're feeding off your human energy. Yeah.
Spoilers.
Gosh. Really?
I was like, is the Matrix like 20 years old?
I'm going to need you to stop reminding me how old these movies are.
I was like, somewhat. No, I won't do the Christ joke. What now? All right, everlasting baked potato. I'm excited for that one. I'm very interested to see how the everlasting baked potato works. Oh my God, that potato looks so good. Spider potato, spider potato, and there's a spider in there. Wow, I really need to pay attention to what's going on in here. The lava still looks very moist. All right.
It's staying that way. That's the one thing I'm not changing.
Now here's something to help flesh out this main character once again. We've considered a lot of things about where they are,
All right.
and sort of what they came from, sort of like from the volcano. But what did they do? Because not every hero is born a hero. There's like you're made. So what did Ellen do before adventuring? Oh, I don't think I've gotten this one. We'll get two things right here. I heard father and aunt. What? Oh no, it's the child of the divorcee aunt. How did they get it? Well, I guess we didn't say that Ellen was a human. Adoption. That works. Yeah. And then what else?
She should be bitten by the evil spider, and then the spider will regret it because now Ellen wants the potato.
So much backstory. Oh my gosh.
You have more backstory than a lot of D&D players.
Yeah.
Is Ellen wielding anything?
That is a great question. What weapons does this person use? Get from the fairy over here. A vorpal carrot. Carrot. Now, is it like just a carrot, or is it like filed, like shaved into like a sword shape? Why are we in another click?
There was a bridge involved? What? Oh. We have lost connectivity, I think.
Oh, it's loading. It's 72%. We'll get back.
It's thinking about its
81.
life, all of its choices that brought
So
it. Here
yes,
we go.
vorpal carrot. Is it a blade? Yes. Oh. We didn't consider that. Maybe the volcano is just like a hip high volcano. Is that a thing? Anyone? Any
Bridge. Okay.
earth science people? Can
I'm an
volcanoes
artist.
be
I don't know. I'm an artist and my brain doesn't work the way I want it to.
I do audio. Volcanoes sound the same. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. Wow.
I can draw a carrot, that's for sure.
Heck yeah.
Let me zoom in on that. That is gorgeous. And then over here, those are heat lines, not stink lines, right? Or is it stinky potato?
It could be both.
Ooh, stinky heat.
I think it got roasted by the volcano.
Oh, is a volcano roasted potato. This is getting way more exciting than I thought it was going to be, and also kind of making me hungry. Right? Or ants.
Oh gosh, I still have to make an obnoxiously large hat, don't I?
If you ever tried those bare necessities, ants can be pretty delicious. Now, golly, all right. What? This is going to be a big one. Leaning into the things that are around, and don't forget the bridge.
I'm working on the bridge.
Oh, you're doing a bridge. Wow.
We're on a bridge, I think.
I said that because I forgot the bridge, because I was about to be like, what's on the road? Oh, there's a bridge. But as every good villain,
Why did I draw the
what kind of obstacles, or like what is one obstacle that the villain, this villainous villain, Bob, has placed in Ellen the Vorpal carrot wielding unicorn rider's way in the back? A pylon. They have constructed additional pylons. Ooh, pile on. Pie lawn? Is it like you can grow a lawn of pies? Don't hurt me.
Just quit.
This is a very serious panel, Gabriel.
Yeah, I know. It's very serious. All right, and then so, along with the pylon, what else? What is another obstacle that is being placed? I'm going to go here for my favorite rainbow.
Strawberry.
A giant strawberry. Now, why is that strawberry an obstacle?
Because it's so giant you can't get through it.
Oh, okay. Anyone else? To add on to that, giant, you can't get through it, strawberry? Whoa, all right, exploded strawberry. Exploded giant, can't navigate through it easily, strawberry. Is that why there's a bridge? We'll find out. And I think that's about a good chunk of our scene, our story. But let's just continue adding things until the artists get really upset at us. We will be pausing this at in about 4 minutes so that we can have just a brief. What's it? AMA?
AMA, yes.
AMA.
Or Q&A, whatever.
I learned AMA today. I don't know if any of y'all knew that. I thought that was an anime convention.
It is, but it's also an abbreviation for Ask Me Anything.
I didn't know that.
Can mean more than
It's
one
exciting to me.
Yeah,
I learn new
sometimes
things
are
every day.
true.
I've always just heard Q&A. I thought that was simple enough.
I've got a question about the outfit.
Yes, ask.
Is there like a vest situation?
Ooh.
Frills. Got it.
Rhinestone jacket, lots of frills. Ooh, I have one of those actually. I just remembered. I didn't bring it to the con. I'm a fool. I could have been this person. All right, MAGFest 2024. That comes after this year, right? I will be cosplaying Ellen. Let's make this happen. I got a unicorn. Yes. Do I have to am I piggybacking on you or am I sitting on your shoulders? Okay, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out once I get my Vorpal carrot. I will need these amazing artists to help me with this cosplay. And let's see, what else can we add? What technological era are we in? Those are some big words. Let's see. Far future. Surprise, it's cyberpunk.
Oh, sweet. Okay, hold on.
Loading, we're at 46%. The cyberpunk must load.
You know how to do anything cyberpunk?
That was the most cyberpunk thing. Do what?
You know how to do anything cyberpunk?
Do I know how to do anything cyberpunk?
Yeah, you want to know the artist cheat for cyberpunk stuff?
What is?
Neon diagonal lines.
Ooh. It's almost like we have a grid already set up for you. Now, one of the things that always triggers in my head whenever I think cyberpunk, I think of like that Outrun stuff with like the giant sunset in the distance. Wow, look at that strawberry. That's a lot of strawberry. You know, strawberries are packed with fiber.
This is literally the
important
second time I've heard you say this convention.
It's true.
If I had a nickel for every time you said that, I'd have 2 nickels. It's not a lot, but it's weird it happened twice.
I like strawberries. Not as much as blueberries. We keep losing connection. I'll do this. Let's see if that helps. I'm wearing enough metal on my pinky. All right, and let's see. I'm just gonna look over your shoulder and see what else. What else do we need in this fantastical artist? Do you have any questions? Anything you need inspiration on to add?
No, but I will say that if you're trying to draw a person and you don't know where to start with like a black blob and then kind of like work the details out of it. Because you can get a lot more just from the shapes in the abstract than you can trying to figure out a whole pose at once.
Probably what you're describing is a gestural sketch, where instead of trying to do the whole thing at once, you kind of bop around the figure. You kind of just start with the head and get a gesture of a line, and then move on to the arm and just work your way down.
I have seen artists do this.
Yes, if you've ever seen a live drawing class, most people are doing a gestural sketch. This just allows you to understand how the body works. We bend in weird ways, but we bend in very specific weird ways. And if we bend the wrong way, it is disturbing.
Ta-da, we're back. Yeah, like, what were we playing? Mortal Kombat 4, and you kept breaking my leg backwards up.
It went like.
Yeah, you'd like put my toes on my thigh. That kept happening. I'm
Shouldn't
very
do
bad
that.
at games.
You have question, suggestion?
Oh, I think that's starting to happen.
Yep, I am filling in with some lava jam.
Why are we loading? No. We were doing so well. I was about to zoom in on that lava jam. I'm so excited for this. As we are filling in the last, I was about to say fleshy, but I realized that's I wanted to say we're fleshing out. We are filling in the last bits of this artistic rendition of the artful quest for the adjective noun. Does anybody have any AMAs for our artists?
Nailed it, Gabe. That's exactly
Oh my
how you use that.
Right over here in the blue. Why?
You know, people just separate. They move on. Spider found someone else to love.
Hey, it's okay to
Ant was
change.
too
That is
committed to
super
his
fine.
job.
Change
Is
happens.
okay, yeah, you're so right.
Change is okay. Sometimes you don't feel the same way as you did yesterday, and you probably won't feel the same way tomorrow, and that's all right. The important part is that you communicate with people about what those changes are and what you're feeling. Don't just spring that on somebody. Come on. Thank you. Ooh, snaps. I
You're like
appreciate that.
really deep for
That's my goal.
for
Look at
a
this.
hollowed out potato. We got deep.
I don't love your dad anymore. You're the divorce papers from Bob. I love the technological innovations inside of this mechatato.
Thank you.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
Shit, yeah.
Language.
I think
So
that's
this
the one
character
cuss word I
started
get.
with the black blob. That's what I was trying to get at.
That's so good. Yeah, see the black blob with the shapes and the things and the carrots and the hats. And that's a big hat. I think you crushed that. Oh, it's a cyberpunk hat. I see the neon. Very cleverly done. Okay, we had another question back here. Yes.
Yeah. Can I get chicken? Thank you.
Good answer, yeah. Between lamb and chicken. All right, do you have a question here?
I have a question about this artwork. Have you put so much detail in? It feels so hard to add.
How do you go about putting so much detail in
Start
your
with
art?
the black blob.
Start with a black blob.
Use your eraser. If we're talking digitally, right? I mean, if you're using a pencil, you can do this too. It's just a little more hard on your paper. Draw lightly if you're using a pencil. Okay, back to digital. Start with the black blob. Get out an eraser. Try and like erase the figure that you want to draw first, right? Get a nice outline, something that feels natural. You know, get the head and the legs and the 2 extra arms, and just make sure that it's a composition that you feel good about. Then take a different color. It could be any color. It could be white. It could be blue. It could be your favorite color.
Maybe
your favorite color is
violet
blue.
sky. Thank you.
And then add it like a shadow or a highlight on your figure. This might be easier if I showed a thing.
We are visual people.
You want to hop over to grid 2 really quick?
No. Leave it where it is. I'm going to make a thing.
Do it.
Pan up to the sky in between the volcano.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Wait, we're loading. We're good. We're at 60%. It's too cyberpunk.
Wait, we're in a different one now?
No. We're still on the same one. It's just loading.
It just
Okay.
lost it. Same.
It didn't like our Micah song reference.
Basically what she's saying is start with the larger objects and work your way down to detail. If you end up focusing, like I usually get really excited about one thing about a drawing that I'm just like, I'm drawing this whole drawing because I really like the gemstone in her
Ta-da.
necklace. Make sure that you have done
That's not a moon.
the larger strokes first and work your way down to detail. That especially helps because it gives you parameters that you're working in. You know what space you need to fill.
Yeah.
If you start working on details, you might accidentally draw this detail really, really big, and then the rest of your composition is not going to fit.
Oh, it scales.
Yeah.
That kind of makes me think of why isn't it doing the thing?
I don't know.
It's still connecting. All right. Well,
I'll pause.
be prepared
It's a
for
heart
that
now.
black circle to become more things. But that kind of made me think of when I was in the elementary school, my art teacher told me the thing, and I've done this ever since, is whenever you're trying to cut something out, you always cut out like a big circle around it, and then you cut out the fine details. I remembered. Miss Esbach, you terrifying woman. I remembered.
But
That's on video now.
details are really just reiterations of the same thing,
She's probably
right?
good.
It's just more practice on the same object that you're trying to draw. So maybe even if you're trying to get good at one thing, like I was trying really hard to get fairy wings good. So what I did was I went on Pinterest or Google and I picked a whole bunch of fairy wings that I wanted to draw, and I just tried it. I got a feel for like how they work, right? Because like once you draw a tree or once you draw a wing, you kind of understand like how each line is connected, and that helps you understand where to put the details and where to draw the eye. Okay, so cool.
All right, quick, before it has to load again. We're fighting technology here. Classic cyberpunk.
Okay, so like to draw a synthwave heart.
So, in a simpler term, using references to learn how to draw is the first step I find for drawing something. It's really hard to pull off the top of your head. Nobody knows what a horse looks like. I'll start there. Nobody knows what a horse looks like off the top of their head. If you want to
Their
learn how
knees
to
bend
draw something,
backwards.
look at it. It is never cheating to use a reference to pull up pictures and to refer off
Yes.
of them.
Yeah. In
Take
in
that.
art school, I started off tracing just to start getting that muscle memory. Just start tracing. Don't do that professionally. This is not legal advice, but I just started off tracing. I also just sometimes will observe how my body moves. I hate people watching me draw humans because I'll just stand in my room and be like, and then I'll draw it, or I'll take pictures of myself in odd, like, contorted ways.
How do human?
How do human?
Why do piranha plant have bone?
But yeah, reference images are very, very important. You do not have everything in the entire world memorized. There are a lot of really great references on lines that will have different poses, so you can practice. Eventually, some things will start to come naturally because you will understand how the body works or how things kind of look. You won't always need to look up every single thing, but starting there is a good starting point.
Yeah. Look at that complicated heart thing. Quick, somebody in the audience, what is that in the sky? Not a moon.
What is it? What is under it?
It's a surprise.
This is PG.
It's a PG.
It's a what?
Okay.
I cannot. It's the OSHA headquarters? OSHA. Oh no, we're erasing OSHA.
I was a little scared to erase
And
that.
with that. That's a good end. And with that, we come to a wonderful, gorgeous, lovely ending. Please, my fantastic artists that have been doing this entire panel, I say you are your own creatures. But if you could say your name and where people can find you / your art on your terms. Starting with you.
Hi there. I'm Inver. Sometimes I'm a lawyer, sometimes a privacy professional, sometimes an artist. I have a DeviantArt account. I haven't updated it in like 10 years though.
Who has?
Find it.
Who has?
So if you want to see some drawings I did while I was a punk in high school, like go find Chaos Finger. That's it. There's a dash in between the two words, and that's the only time I'm going to tell you it.
Chaos what? Finger? I need to follow this now. Next up.
I'm Ollie. If you want to find my art, I draw a lot of D&D stuff and naturalist things, and I post it usually to Twitter. For as long as Twitter stays alive, you can find me there. It's at Wizard Hecker. One word. HECKER, Wizard Hecker.
Yeah,
So,
crushed it.
go and check it out.
Cool. There we go. Now I have everyone's socials. I did it. I am Liz. Again, Goblins and Growlers.
No.
Goblins and Growlers affiliate. You can check us out at bit.ly/Goblin Discord. We have a hobbies channel, so if you want to pick our brains further, we love your questions. You can also check me out at Liz on Art. I'm mostly on Instagram.
I just realized I gave my wrong Twitter. It's
Not that one.
no, that's the name of it. I didn't give the URL. It's Hexapodcaster at HEXAPODCASTR.
We thank you, Ollie, for your contribution in making sure this panel ran smoothly.
Hexa podcaster.
Welcome. I've been.
Yeah, take your phone out to take a picture. Or zoom
But
in.
then it wouldn't be so graphically. No.
I'm sorry, I won't touch it. Yes, thank you all so much for coming. Additionally, as Liz was saying on the Goblins and Growlers Discord, I believe this amazingly gorgeous Artful quest for the Adjective Noun art piece will be posted on that Discord and also possibly on other Goblins and Growlers social media. So hop on the Discord, come say hi. I'm currently Holly Jolly Sound Guy on there. That might change, but it'll always say Sound Guy Gabe. That's my name on there and something. And my name is Gabriel Perez. I am a professional audio engineer and sound designer, and I talk a lot, and I know artists. So hey, that's cool. They needed someone that wasn't facing a screen to talk on this panel. So fortunately, no visual art skills. So again, thank you so much for coming, and come check us out at our booth and also on the social medias. Oh yeah, my Instagram is at Amethyst Audiomancer.
Yeah. Have a good rest of your con. Thank you.